It's all over but the grind. And nobody's crying but me.
Hello everyone, it's Ron from Fist of Rage Gaming with episode 10 of our Settlement Survival series. If you remember from last time, the major accomplishment was basically, if you remember, filling up this cemetery. I was looking back trying to figure out what I think happened, and we had all of our food under control. I was even a little braggy about it, and I think what happened is a couple things. First, I started accepting a lot of immigrants, which normally isn't a big deal because I backfilled some of them into the fields. But I think that 20,000 number we had in the food was a little bit deceiving. I think we made a big leap at one point because we had a low population and I had upped all these fields to 4. It gave us a big influx of food, which I think raised the birth rate quite a bit. And I think it leveled off fairly quickly because we had all those young people coming in, all the babies and teens and preteens, everybody that were eating, but they weren't producing anything. So I think that 20,000 that we kept seeing kind of leveled off a little bit without really noticing. And I went back and I pulled out a person in each one of these fields, which, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it probably tilted us toward the negative. And that's hard to recover from. So I think it tilted us to the negative. Plus, I started grabbing all those groups of immigrants because if you remember, at one time we had like almost 80 laborers. So I think that's what really, really hurt. It was 3 things at once. I think our birth rate changed because if you look up top, we have 114 kids. That's a huge number of kids. Got 20 students and 241 adults. So I think what happens is our birth rate changed. I pulled back some of the people working in the fields, and I accepted a lot of immigrants. So the only thing we can do now is just kind of wait, let everything kind of equalize. We did build this pod down here, but it's so minimally staffed now. It doesn't really help that much, to be honest. I'm hoping it will. I hope it'll work out. We'll probably build a road over here. Get as much traffic there as we can. But we've got so many things that don't have people. Our transfer station, we've only got one person so far. I think that was 115 when we were talking yesterday. So one of them graduated, become a laborer. But did a lot of damage. Pretty much halted all the mines because we have so much ore. We also have a ton of fuel, so I pulled all those back. And even with these paws, we still only have 1 labor. So we're in pretty bad shape right now. A lot of things got pulled back. You'll see there's no sheriff there. Curing workshop ran out of raw materials. We've got a clinic that's got nobody in it. So once we start getting some of these laborers back, we're going to have to start building these things back up again and backfilling with people. So unfortunately, that really, really filled up this cemetery. I think at the beginning of last episode it was empty. So if you learned one thing from the last episode, it's how to kill a lot of people really quick with starvation. And unfortunately, we still have 32 people starving. So, I don't think we're quite done yet, unfortunately. Don't know if we'll get this graveyard done in time. I mean, we've got the stone. We just don't necessarily have the laborers to get the stone over there. So we'll see. I mean, we're still at 82% happiness somehow. So their work efficiency is high, so that's good. The thing that we got to keep an eye on is that this graveyard doesn't fill up the cemetery, because if it does, we could have issues with happiness. So, you know, just kind of have to wait till things equalize. So we should get ready to get going. If you find this video entertaining, informative, helpful in any way, please consider liking the video. Subscribe to the channel to help the channel grow, and click that notification bell to be notified of our future videos. And with that being said, let's let her rip, and we will see if we can get this thing equalized. We did add a lot of people back, so you know, I'm trying to pull people off of other less critical situations or jobs to try and keep these fields going. I'm concentrating more on these fields because they're more in our city area. We do have this pod down here. All I've been trying to do is get one person in each field, just to try and keep them going. I noticed we've had some fishermen die, so we're trying to backfill that. So hopefully we can get these fields planted, get this number back up. I mean, we're at 132 at the moment, so hopefully we can just keep going. You know, I just had another person die of starvation. Just had a couple more people die of starvation. We got 65 people starving. Wait, slipped on a banana peel and died. Good grief. So, so people dying of starvation aren't bad enough. We just had a gatherer slip on a banana peel and die. Ay, ay. So we had a farmer die of starvation. See, and I have a feeling what's happening too is you got a lot of these people that are hoarding. Because remember, in each one of these homes, you have room for food. So, you know, I don't see any of these houses have food in them though. Oh, that one does. So, I mean, they'll keep eating that, but man, most of those are out. Had another person die. 2 children die of starvation. Good grief. Please finish our cemetery. It's getting close. Ay, ay. Bring more stone up there quick. Farmer died of starvation. Kind of knew it wasn't over though. Yeah, 130 dying of starvation. So it's just getting worse. Quarry worker died. Quarry worker died. Man. This is going to take a lot to recover from, unfortunately. You know, now our hunters' huts barely have anybody in them. And they're all down to 1s. Gathering huts down to 1s. So, man, 171 people starving. Farmer died, herdsman died, child died. So, I mean, we're having a lot of our people that work in our fields and farms are dying. So, I mean, I guess, how much linen do we have? 572. So maybe we can just pause some of these buildings, which will end up hurting us. You know, we have no medicinal reserves. Kind of got to keep that going. We got here butcher. Lack of raw materials. We'll shut the butcher down. So we really got to have people in these fields. So that, not to worry about that. We need another person for the broccoli. And as quick as I take those people out, oh my gosh, here we go. Distributors can also be collected, so it's time to go out and search these. Where should they head to? Go to the riverside. Cut them into scarecrows. Thank goodness. How many scarecrows do we have? I will gladly put scarecrows in all these fields if I can do it. How many do I have? 2? Yes. growing down here? More broccoli? Or did I just put that other scarecrow? Scarecrow. Got scarecrow with the peas. So we will do... Should do the biggest fields we have. Go up here. We'll put a scarecrow in there also. That was nice. Still got plenty of people dying of starvation. Man. And we're filled up. Wow. So, I mean, we get to see, you know, what happens when you mess with those food supplies. Man, because here we are. Harvest is happening, and we've still only got barely 200 food. Miner died of starvation. Water fetcher died, so, you know, we might start running into water problems. We've got almost as many children or kids as we do parents. So we just had a couple people become laborers. And hopefully they'll finish this cemetery. Just saw somebody run through the cemetery. That wasn't particularly helpful. And even if we can get a ship, you know, I'll buy some. We've got a little bit of silver. Immigrants? We are not accepting any immigrants. Good grief. Drought comes. Come on. That's just what we need. So we're down to almost no one starving. 13 births occurred. So we have almost as many kids as we do adults. Man. It is brutal. We really need to get that food number up. So October, another person died of starvation. I mean, are we getting any food from down here? Let's move this a little faster. So you can take one laborer and put him in there. One laborer and put it in there. Immigrants arrived. Man, sorry, I cannot take immigrants right now. Because, I mean, literally, they'll just eat more food. I'd really like to, but just can't. We got plenty of fuel. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Smelter has died of starvation, so somebody replace that person at least. I mean, man, our happiness is still at 82%. Health is at 82%. So, I mean, they're not particularly sad that people are dying. But, yeah, we're close to getting that done. We've got the stone. We just got to get people over there. So now our starvation number is going back up a little bit. It's at 6. And we're in December. So hopefully that won't keep going up. 9. It's not as bad as it was. 12. It's climbing though. Water's dipping a little bit. So if we start getting more laborers to add a little bit to the water. Come on, folks. What are those? More alpacas. Probably need way more of those. Nothing else to get food. Got plenty of tools. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything with bonuses here. Oh. Yeah, so we'll definitely add tools to these fields. Use the soil, pasture. Yes. Got tons of tools. That one's already got tools. That one's already got tools. 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 This one needs tools. I could do that down here too, correct? If I'm not mistaken. Yes. Tools. 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 So these have tools. Some of them have scarecrows too that we just added. And when you use tools, it can. Both. Okay, so these all have tools. So for food reserves low, I don't know that anybody died from starvation. So let me add people here. Does that mean that our cemetery is done? Okay, we just need more labor up there. Alright, so now we're starting to get some labor, so now it's tilting back the other way. So let's start backfilling some of these fields. I think our focus really needs to be on food. And we'll get water in a second. See, a lot of the children are getting of labor age now, so get a person in there. So now we got at least one person in each one of these. Transfer station, we need to get our food, which we probably have. We don't have a ton of. We don't have any down here, so they're taking all the food. Don't have to worry about that at the moment. That's empty, but that's okay. So those are all empty. We might be able to get rid of one of those. We'll go back. We'll worry about that later. All right. So everybody's making fertilizer. That's very important. What are we looking at with the water situation? We got 2 people there. We got 1 and 2 there. So we are going to add a water person. Are they able to get that cemetery done yet? Yes. Good. Because the other one is full. Alright. So, where's another well? Need another person there. So we do have a few extra laborers. That is very good. I think we've got our wells. We have another well up here, I think. Yeah, we've got a drought. Alright, I got you. Very bad timing. A drought. We're gonna have people grabbing as much water as we can. What do we got going on down here? 1 water. Alright, we'll leave it at that for the moment. Man, these guys are... They are slow. So we will add tools there. So we'll add tools to these biggest farms first. Because, I mean, they're 20 by 20, so we really want to make sure that the biggest ones get the most attention. How many scarecrows? We have 7 scarecrows. Beautiful. So I will also scarecrow the biggest ones. Come on, guys. Still having a couple people dying of starvation. Go up here where we have a lot of people working in these fields, and let's get some scarecrows in here. Yep, everybody's back to starving again. Although we have lots of food coming out. So I have a feeling these fields also are like way too small. Yeah, kind of messed that up at the beginning. I think these fields need to be a lot bigger. But at least we got some scarecrows now. Come on, guys. Harvest, harvest, harvest. So I understand that before we'd have like just 1,000,000 peas. New tech point acquired. Anything in agriculture. Good grief. Speed of sowing and harvest 100%. Yes. Activate that. Please. Yes, please make everything 100% faster. That would be nice. Let's see if that helps. I hope so. Because I'm waiting for the next sneaky problem to rear its ugly head. So the 100% boost should help these guys out quite a bit, because I've only got one person apiece down here. We've only got 2 laborers, so I'm going to keep them free at the moment. Died of old age. I gotcha. So we have people. Ugh. So our laborers are backfilling at least. Trying to keep our numbers up. Die of starvation. I'm not too worried. Maybe. Well, we've got a lot of laborers popping up. Come on, guys. Like, these fields are already empty, so they're already. Years come to a close. Check the inventory. Whatever supplies prepare for the new year. We've got plenty of clothes. So we'll take cakes for sure. So got some laborers. I'm kind of nervous to apply these laborers though, because what are these growing? These are all growing beans. I think I need to switch these to something we can eat directly. So we're gonna go with more broccoli. So we've got 3 out of 4 people working here. So I'm gonna drop that to 2, raise that to 1, raise those to 2, raise that one to 2, and raise that one to 2. Because I have a feeling we still might have a little starvation. If we do, we need to make sure that we have some laborers to backfill. Yeah, so salt maker died of starvation. Farmer died of starvation. Almost back to zero laborers again. It's only November, so good grief. So now we got 2 more laborers that can backfill. Man, I'll tell you, recovering from lack of food is just devastating. But I mean, look, we still have 133 kids. So basically, you know, nothing against kids, obviously, but they're just, you know, they're just eating food. They're not supplying anything, you know, so they're not working. So, you know, that is a problem. So Wadsworth died of starvation. So Patricia backfilled. Yeah, come on, keep getting turkey meat. So these are the guys that are kind of holding us through winter, is these farm or the pastures. So in hindsight, should probably make more. I'm not going to do it right now simply because, you know, we're trying to get our equilibrium back. I mean, we've added laborers to our fields. We've added tools to most of them. We added a lot of scarecrows. So, you know, hopefully next time, this next season, hopefully we'll get a lot more food. Myra the Miner Was struck by lightning when picking mushrooms under trees. Wait, it didn't say she died, though. So that's a good thing. So now we've got 28 people. 28 people starving again. Died of old age, so Peyton replaced Martha. So we still have some laborers. But we really need those children to get working. What the heck? So we have another laborer. Died of old age. Starvation is still in the 30s. Which before it was in the hundreds, so... Fitch became a laborer. Come on. Barry became a laborer. Alright. Now we're getting some laborers, so that's good. Food is low. We're getting a lot of laborers now, so these children are probably finally growing up, which is nice, because we really need those laborers. So I should, now that we have this many laborers, I could probably start adding some people to these corner fields. So let me do that. Alright, and we still have a lot of laborers. So let me see if I can really get these corner fields going, because they got tools and scarecrows. You know, if they stay there a while, you know, they'll get a little better acclimated to you know, working those fields, and your production improves. So there's a lot of things that we can do, you know, to improve this output. But if you look in the upper right, we're still only at 5. You know, we're still only at 5 food. We're back to 0 again. You know, hopefully this will improve with this hope this will improve with this harvest. We'll see. Yeah, people still dying of starvation. Yeah, we're back up to in the hundreds again. Man, it doesn't seem like... I mean, we improved our efficiency by 100% with our last tech. Here we go again. Man. It's pretty crazy how we went from just having tons and tons of food to almost nothing. And I think I talked about this before, is my only complaint for this game so far, because I mean it's pretty entertaining, it's just that it seems like small adjustments are just devastating. I mean, with all these different kinds of games I've played over the years, I've not really seen, you know, in my personal experience, I've not really seen this where you can just pull some farmers like that and it just affects you for, you know, years and years and years and years. And I mean, it's been almost 4 years now since this has happened, and we just, I mean, we're still losing tons of people. I mean, look at this. This was just empty a very short time ago, and now we're at 48 already. You know, I mean, that's kind of crazy. There should be no game where you have to like almost fill your land area up with cemeteries. It's kind of crazy. But now, you know, I feel like I need to start building another one right away. I mean, it's kind of nuts, to be honest. you know, now we just have tons more people dying of starvation. It's kind of frustrating, but you know, it's part of the game, I guess. So we just gotta deal with it and try and get it fixed. So we'll build another 20 by 20. You know, it's gonna interrupt my hunting a little bit and etc. But I mean, we just had probably 9 or 10 laborers, and now we're down to 0 again because just everybody's dying of starvation, and we're harvesting. You know, and I just supposedly with our tech point upgraded everything by 100%. You know, speed, but it's not helping. You know, so if you look down at the bottom, August, we just had, let me pause it. We have hundreds of food in here, and you know, we have people still dying of starvation. And I think that is because we don't have laborers, so we have no one to move, you know, food from one place to another. So people just aren't able to access it, which, you know, just compounds our problem. It just makes things even worse. So, you know, not gonna lie, it's a little frustrating. We will try and fix it. I mean, all we can kind of do at the moment is continue to try and backfill these fields to try and get enough food. You know, there's going to be a ship coming. You know, and hopefully we can trade with it. Let me see, we can try and order something. Let me see. Maybe we can order food. Let's see. If we order it, we can start planting it. Maybe this is something I should have done a long time ago. So let's do 50, 50, 50, 50. What else can I do? 50, 50, 50, 50. We're just buying everything. So let's start with that. Let's see what we can get. We'll see. So we're back up to 4 laborers. Only 4 people are starving, but it's only October, so unless this food number bumps up quite a bit again, we're gonna be in trouble. And I mean, before we were at these numbers, you know, maybe the kids weren't as high. To be honest, I didn't look. I didn't go back and look at the videos, but you know, we were up at almost 300 adults, and we had 20,000 food. So, I mean, maybe that would have just deteriorated. It's possible, you know, maybe I would have never noticed, or I didn't notice, you know, but maybe it would have deteriorated, but you know, we'll see. Let's see up here. What do we got? So we're still at 4s in most of these. We want to make sure the fields. No, we'll keep a 4 down here. We've got a person working in the. Yeah, they're not really storing any food down here at all, which is okay. How are we doing water-wise? We're starting to run low on water, so I'm going to put some more laborers on water. We shouldn't be having any water issues here because we stopped making our coffee, so we're not using water for that anymore. Okay, so I maxed out my water gatherers. It's January. Still kind of hurting for food. So we got a lot of things kind of going in the red now because we don't have anybody producing on the backside. So got the ship coming in a little bit. Come on, we just got to keep this food balance going. But you know, the starvation doesn't really start hitting until you know, February, March, April. So right now we've only got 5 people starving, and now it's going to start ticking up. Come on, we've got tomatoes, but I have a feeling they're just gonna eat all those. I'm not even gonna be able to plant them. This would be nice if I could plant them. Yeah, it's not gonna let me do that. Would have been nice though. So I think in some of these situations, you know, we have this food like these tomatoes that came in at the dock. So I have a feeling that, you know, we get into these situations where we have the food, it's just not distributed because we don't have enough labor to move the food around. 18 people starving at the moment, which isn't horrible considering where we were at. So March has arrived. We haven't had anybody starve yet. So that's a positive. Now they are planting. Let me make sure they didn't make more scarecrows while I wasn't paying attention. We did not. Okay. So, knock on wood, I don't think we had anybody starve to death that time around. People keep getting struck by lightning. We have low food. We only have 24 people starving at the moment, which isn't horrible compared to what we did have. I mean, we had hundreds before. So come on, we've got 13 laborers. What are those guys doing? So we can probably... Let me up these big fields down here. How many people do we have? Let's get at least 4 in each. So we'll get at least 4 in each down there. Still got 8 labor. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got a lot more farmers down there now. So they're still planting. I'm not worried about the flax guy. Immigrants. Ugh. On the bug or immigrants. One tech point acquired. Okay, I'm gonna go right to agriculture. What does this do? Plus 100%. Grow special herbs and crops. Fishing net. Knitting workshop. Fish pond. Man. Apiary. Just kind of need to get down to this nursery because we can grow a lot more things with that nursery. So, and if you pay close attention in the background, we're back up to 103 people starving again. So we just need to do food related things. We need to get to this nursery. Now they're harvesting some things. All right, we got enough laborers. They're backfilling the people that are dying of starvation. Merchant ship arrived. Immigrants arrived. Don't want any immigrants at the moment. Okay, salted fish. Okay, so we will give up 200 coffee beans, 100 reeds, 100 clay, 300 flax, 75 feathers, 200 fat, 75 sand, and 100 salt. We'll go all that for these fish, which I think will get us 320, I think. Yes, transact. So that'll give us a little food boost. See, they've harvested pretty much all this, and they're still only not really gaining anything. What are these guys doing? Still got a lot to harvest. It's like they're just moving it like right away, though. I wonder why I can't do this building kit. I just must not be able to do reinforcement yet. Come on, you guys, harvest, harvest! So I'm kind of confused as to where all the food is going. Our water is going back up, which is good. We've got 11 laborers. So I think I can boost these a little bit. I mean, our production should be going up because, I mean, these farms are way more boosted than they were before. These guys are bored. They could... Let's do roads. We'll move... We'll make that stone. Make this one stone all the way up to this stone road. So now we've got 10 laborers. So keep in mind that this food number is going to keep getting blasted because they're backfilling into their houses. So that's going to keep happening. I'm going to keep putting these up to try and get these fields. At least the food one's pretty much maxed out. Come on, folks. Are we still harvesting down here? We are not. So basically, other than these fields, we're kind of stuck again. Gosh, look at that one's almost, it's like over half full. This is brutal. And look at our food keeps going down. It's really hard to recover from this. You know, unfortunately, we haven't really been able to build anything. You know, maybe we'll maybe at least try it. Where's the apiary? I thought we had a new, I thought it said we had a new one in here. Oh, there it is. So, I mean, at least we could try and do an apiary and maybe, you know, maybe it'll give us a little more food. Let's go this way. I mean, I don't know that it's ever going to be built, but we can try. This, maybe we'll start that slaughter a little bit earlier. Maybe we can get some more so we can see them turkey numbers jump a little bit. Agriculture, we have a grove. Try and make a little grow back here and see what it does. Don't know that that's the best place to put it, but we'll try. We'll do something. Yeah, we definitely don't want to make fodder right now. We don't want to be doing anything that's going to be eating up our food. So again, we're at February. Food's kind of hanging in there. Back to 0 again. So those starvation numbers are going to start going up again. Yeah, somebody died of starvation early. Man. Already in February. Come on, folks. We got 18 laborers now. So I should be able to max out these fields. So it looks like all of our food producing fields are maxed compared to what we've had. Let's put it that way. I mean, they're far from being maxed. We can obviously put up to 12 in some of them, but... So what are we looking at down here? Got 5. March has arrived. Come on, guys. Hang in there. Let's go back up here. So they should be planting. Hold on a little bit. We're getting both of these done. Come on, hang in there. So it's March, year 50. We just hit 0 food. We got 63 people starving. Come on, we're still pulling in a little food though. Had a person die of starvation. Okay, what do we want you? We want you to make honey. Make honey. Lots of honey. Okay, now we got people dying of starvation again. We got in the 80s. What do we want to do here? Just coffee seeds. Doesn't really help us. We got one other making coffee seeds, but we'll just go with that at the moment. So we don't want this backfilled, so we will do that. Flax, I don't want you to accidentally backfill flax. We want something in this tiny little oat field yet. Let's wait. So we got 96 people starving again. New tech point. We need nursery. Come on. Stop starving. You guys are 100% for gosh sakes. May people, yeah, we're up to 117. Villager died of starvation. Child died of starvation. You just can't seem to get out of this. It's like brutal. 135. And you know what? I could go back at the and look at the video, but I'm reasonably certain we were at this level, and we had 20,000 food. But yet now just suddenly everybody's just dying. You know, it's kind of nuts. I don't know what to think of that. I don't want to bum anybody out, but I don't want to spend the next 5 episodes trying to just get out of this one situation. And that's what I mean by, you know, it was such an extreme swing. You know, it was kind of nuts. And, you know, we still, you know, we're still having 10, 20 people, 30 people die of starvation like every season, even though, you know, in our tech points, you know, we supposedly in agriculture, when we chose, where was it? We did something, we did farming efficiency. Speed of sowing and harvest plus 100%. You know, didn't help us at all, it looked like. You know, and here we are again. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fields already completely harvested, and we barely have any food in reserve. And we, all these people, look at this. Starvation, starvation, starvation. We're back to 0 laborers again. So, I mean, it's kind of disheartening, you know? I mean, it's almost like kind of souring me on the game a little bit because, you know, like I said, I don't want to spend 5 episodes just trying to recover from one issue. It's kind of crazy. You know, down here we just still got a lot of food to be harvested down here. It's August. I mean, we got a lot of people. We've got five assigned to each one. So they obviously lost a person down there. Well, that can be collected. Go on search for some of these supplies in the well where they need to go. What a good harvest. Wild vegetables, 1,000. That would be very good. Could definitely use 1,000 wild vegetables. That's for sure. So I'm gonna pull those back a little bit to make sure they don't backfill right away. Well, let's get all those wild vegetables in there. Maybe that'll save us. Maybe they'll finally like tilt us over. Let's see. Come on, guys. Bring in lots of wild vegetables. That would be very nice. Yeah, because look at all these are dropping down to nothing. These were all 5s. And we're losing a lot of people. Died of starvation. So many buildings with nobody in them. Smithy doesn't have any in it, but that's fine actually. Well, I think this field could use some tools. It could. Okay, so we've got wild vegetables. It's still only November, so I'm sure that number's going to go down brutally. So we're still at 300. I'm kind of watching that very closely. You know, one thing I have learned though is it seems like you have to have a lot of area saved for food and pastures for sure. Like a lot. So now we have people saying they're cold. We've got plenty of fuel, and I've got these nice little marquees sitting here that apparently nobody wants to use. So we will get rid of at least one marquee since it doesn't seem like there's any use in having it. Yeah, I thought they were supposed to use these as like temporary homes, so I guess not. There's no point in having them just sit there and do nothing. The one up north had people working on it, but no transfer station there. but you know, we just got fuel down there. Oh, and a lot of stone. So here we go again. So supplies are low. We got 12 people starving, and it's only January. Not sure why we have freezing people, because I have marquees everywhere that they can use in the interim, and plenty of fuel. Our clothing is getting a little low. Is that because we're out of resources? Let's see. So we still have, oh yeah, we stopped making linen. We'll turn that back on. Maybe just put 2 people in there at the moment. So we'll do that. You know, here's February, so I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, oh man, we're doing good, but we know it's gonna get ugly. So we'll see if we can get a little more goose meat, some turkey meat. Died of starvation. Decreased due to the family conflict and unfriendly neighborhood school. So now we got people getting crabby too. All right. Merchant ship has arrived. Well, I don't really have much money left, so... how much flax do we have? We still have tons of flax, so I'm not worried about that at all. Tons of feathers. We need to move a lot more feathers to the dock. What are you against sand? Plenty of sand still. Coffee beans. We have more coffee beans. I forget where the coffee beans are. There they are. Yeah, we'll keep the coffee beans off for the moment. I'll definitely do 100 clay. We'll do 100 salt. Fat, I'm not sure how much fat we have. I'm going to keep giving away all of our fat if we... Where is fat? Might not have any. There's wool. Fat, where are you? I don't think it's under food. I think I'm just gonna leave fat off at the moment. So we're at 600. What's the cheapest thing they have? It's pecans. So we'll do 200 pecans. Hey. It keeps going to 0. Oh, ship already left, I think. Should have paused it. That's alright. Man, do I want to take in these people. Yes. Let's just go crazy. Because we can't be low on housing, right? So, got 128 people starving. We'll just add people to all these fields. Hope it helps. 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. Here we'll do one more. So now we got 35 laborers, so we should be able to go crazy with these fields. So let's go 6. Fertile, absolutely growth spot. Transplant. Transplant it. Do that. See what happens. So we will up all these. Because we've got a ton of laborers at the moment. Let's get them all working. Okay, we'll put this up one more. Put this up one more. Come on, guys. Put that up one more. We'll have these guys compost even more. Alright, come on. Collect, collect, collect. Harvest, harvest, harvest. So many other foods to make. It's crazy. One person in there, they're not doing anything. Spies are happiness down. Shoes. I could definitely get some people up here. So veggie processing isn't doing anything yet. They're making, so they do have linen in reserves now. Material soap. We get the meat cure, back to meat curing. What are you guys doing? I'll put limit reached. I'm cool with that. I'll put limit reached. Cool with that. We need textiles. Who is supposed to be making clothes? You. Got okay amount. Got linen and tons of feathers. What are you doing? You're a doctor. You need a doctor. Feed field, not worry about. Lack of raw materials. Need a dredger. And we need somebody collecting sand. Okay, so we can get these going a little bit more. How many laborers do we still have? Let's get another hunter. I'll pull back a gather and add another hunter. What's this? Gather, we'll do one. We'll do one. Okay, so we've still got 6. Wow, that cemetery is almost full. Man. It's a comedy of errors. So let's... Nursery. Nursery. What is that? That's a forester's hut that's been doing quite well. I think we will actually remove you. Hopefully, I won't just be creating another mistake. Hoping not. I wonder if I can go down here and create another one back here. That's a gather. Oops. Better turn that off before I start deleting everybody again. So I'll make a forester's hut. Right there. And make a road from here to there. So we're gonna do that. Replace that forester's hut because I want to put nursery up here. So agriculture, nursery. Oh, it's automatically a 7x5. So that's by 5. So I can actually get rid of this road. And back to agriculture, nursery. Oop, there's a little piece of road still there. Okay. So we've got 20. So let's get this going. Where's the road? We'll go, where are the warehouses are right there. So we'll put a road, a stone road, right up the side of this. Right up to there. And then we will put in nurseries. Oh, still a little piece of road there. Farmers start to plow the farmland, they get stone away from there. Make some baskets. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I'm just going to build 5 nurseries. Because one way or another, it's going to grow something. That's what we want. We've got more laborers coming online. Look at almost everything's harvested. Oh, food. This is brutal. Look at that. Well, we're still in the spring now. See, I didn't catch that. So we're still in the spring. We're in February. But like March and I guess March through July is when we get like brutalized. Come on. So how are we doing numbers wise? All of our food ones are still at 5. Starting to run low on clothing. Man, see, there's where we're gonna get beat up. Got lots of linen. Tons of feathers. So how many coats do we have? Down jackets. Just not making many. That advanced tailor's going on. Oh, so you need your person back for sure. Aqua wool. Alright. Gotta keep a close eye on that. Come on, let's get these going. Got plenty of laborers. Come on. Yeah, we're so close. Oh, died of starvation. We got 75 people starving. Still. Ugh. That's just crazy. Another died of starvation. Hey. Hoping to get some of these nurseries done. Come on, here we go. Alright, what can I make? Tobacco or cocoa? We'll do cocoa. I mean, anything, right? A lot of people are becoming laborers now, so a lot of people are getting into the working market. Come on, 138 starving. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty frustrating. Because I mean, I've got these fields on way higher output than they were. Like way higher. I'm afraid to put too many people on these because, you know, if I start having too many people die, I need people to backfill all the people that are dying. I'm gonna up these big fields. Look at that. It's just... This is the highest number of people we've had starving yet. And I just keep adding more and more and more farmers, and it's just, it doesn't appear to be doing any good at all. Like none. You know, I mean, if this goes on, to be honest, if this goes on for another episode, we just may have to restart and, you know, learn our lessons, because this is just, it's like I can't recover, you know, and I can't make just thousands of farmer fields. That'd just be ridiculous. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to start working on this new cemetery already. And, you know, I'll make these nurseries and see what we can get out of these, but man. I mean, we're harvesting and everybody's just snatching all these up. Can I have one of these and make cocoa now? I don't think we have any cocoa beans yet. Oh, we need glass bottles for that. So I'll just have to keep that where it's at. So once we get these nurseries done, I think we'll... But, I mean, you look in... Almost everything's harvested up there already. I mean, we've got quite a few people working down here. We should be able to... Fertilizer 2%. So is that only... Fertilizer 0%. How would that be? Do I need to add some more people on these? I'll have to check that a little bit closer. Starvation, starvation. Starvation. Ay, ay, ay. So I think we've got 2 cocoa and 1 tobacco. So we'll do another tobacco. We'll make this one a cocoa. We'll make another nursery. Make that one tobacco. So we'll be doing 3 tobaccos and 3 cocos. We'll see if that helps at all. Yeah, we need to get some potatoes so we can get some food during the winter. Don't be cold. You can't be cold. Look, you got plenty of coats coming. Alright, so let me pause this real quick. Let's get over to the ship. Don't really have any money, but we can trade something. Pigs! Ooh. 4,500. Fortunately, we don't have enough for that. We're making our own tobacco. Nothing else I think is going to help. Oh, fishing dock. That's horrible. Okay, let's unpause this. Let's get this last nursery done. Yeah, November we have some food saved up, but let's see. Got tobacco, 2 tobacco, and 2. So we'll make that a... Oops. We'll make this one a cocoa. And this one we'll make a tobacco. So. So, I mean, at least we have a little bit of food in reserves in November. And we're still harvesting down here, maybe? Yeah. We got somebody doing something there. Hey, what are you doing? Just kind of freaking out, I guess. So they're not using these marquees at all. It's interesting. I thought I checked a marquee in the, like up here in the past. They were using it. So this one has people in it. This one's got nobody. Yeah, we need to have these transfer stations, people in them so they can move stuff. Ugh, look at, we're already got people in our brand new cemetery. Ugh. Alright, this one's almost done. Sorry this is such a long episode, but I just kind of want to get this last nursery done. And then, you know, what we can do for food is in place. And then we'll just see, you know, we'll see what happens. Come on. It was close to being done. Still have 3 people starving. We're almost out of food already. It's January. So, you know, maybe I need to make a lot more pastures. I mean, that might be one of the keys, because if you look in the winter, it's like turkey that's holding us through. You know, it's the meat, venison. You know, we probably just need to really do a lot more with the pastures. And maybe make a rule that, like, once our 3rd gigantic cemetery is full, that that we may have lost the game. Ay. Man, that is brutal. Alright, come on. There we go. So this one's going to be tobacco. Alright. I think we'll pause it there. Made it to February. We have very few people starving. So I guess that's one thing we can look at. We got 16 laborers. Our workforce to children ratio is stabilizing quite a bit. So hopefully that's because, you know, and hopefully our food will start stabilizing, because now we've got people actually producing. Because I think the number of children to adults being so high, I think that was a problem. We'll add some people down here before we go. So hopefully these will build up a little better. Veggie, that's okay. At least they're doing a little something. Don't have much in these. I feel like having both of them is kind of a waste, but they don't take up people, so I'm really surprised they're not using these marquees. Let's see, fertilizer 0%. We'll have to keep an eye on those. Maybe that's just because they're not growing anything at the moment, but all right, so we've got 144 food. Hopefully this is maybe turning a corner. I mean, we've only got 5 people starving, but it's still early. Usually everybody starts starving come more prevalent around, you know, April and May, before the harvest happens. So, you know, maybe we need to build more of these pastures, because the meat seems to get us through the winter. Also some winter foods like potatoes. You know, it says resilient to cold, so, you know, maybe just, again, some of these corn, we just need to get some of these items in place, chilies, so we can just start eating everything. Because we definitely need more food, for sure. Nothing else has seemed to have affected us yet. We're kind of low. We don't have any shoes, which I'm kind of concerned about, but we were about to run into clothing problems, but luckily spotted that soon enough. And we did build this this forester camp over here. So hopefully, you know, they're gathering right now. So hopefully they'll be able to grow some more. And because I noticed that these seem to pack up really good, you know, because they did so much work with them. So all right, this video is long enough for this episode. Hopefully we've turned the corner on the food problem. If you found this video entertaining, helpful in any way, please like it. Subscribe to the channel to help it grow, and click that notification bell to be notified of our future videos. And until next time, it's Ron from Fists of Rage Gaming.